Yeah.
What's up? What's
How
up?
about that? What's going on? What's going on?
How's everybody doing?
It is Tuesday night. It is
We're
Tuesday
baby.
night, and the feeling's right. Oh, yes, it's Tuesday night. Oh, what a night.
Yeah,
Yes.
right. Love it.
Got people in the chat. My man Bob is here. Semi-retired Bob Ben. Let me tell you what, I was rooting. I've never in my life been more of a Washington Husky fan. Man, I'm telling you, the Wolverettes got one. About to hear their mouths for the next decade.
Well, you know how it goes. I called it back in like December 1st. I said, there's controversy surrounding Michigan, so they're going to win the championship. That's just the way this world works. So, and sure enough, here we are. They won.
Well, I called it when the playoffs came out because I said the national championship game was Alabama and Michigan. That's whoever wins that, that's who's going to win. Washington and Texas, I didn't really like either of their chances. I'm not a fan of West Coast football at all. West of Pennsylvania, they don't play no football. That's basketball world out there. And so, they got rolled up. But I'm not going to ever say congratulations, but whatever to them. First things first, man, we got to check our health. How you feeling, man? How you feeling, brother? You feeling good, Adam?
Oh, man. We got heart attack check. I'm doing good. No heart attacks this week, which is good. It's always a plus.
Yes.
Never a minus.
Yes, I'm feeling.
You, brother?
I'm feeling great too. As a matter of fact, I did a video yesterday, my walk and talk video, and posted it. And I didn't really talk about it in the video, but my left ankle and foot has kind of been hurting me really since probably September, maybe August-ish, around that time. I overdid it a little bit back in August, and it's just been sore and hurting me. But I think it's gone now. I think it's
wow.
It's healed up pretty well there, I guess. Awesome. Yeah, I'm really happy about that because it was putting a little limping in my pimping, man. I was, it was slowing me down. Stallion's got to run, brother. Stallion's got to run.
Right. Absolutely.
So So I'm kind of excited. I'm glad about that. I'm glad I can. I'm definitely a little more mobile. So I'm gonna step up my game there with my my exercise game a little bit.
You gonna start doing sprints with Dante from Ferrigno Freedom?
Yeah, no, man. Listen, let me tell you what. If I went out there and tried to sprint, I would sprain my whole life.
What?
Okay? Is it possible to sprain your whole life? Literally.
Nice.
I'm not. Yes, I might walk somewhere briskly, brother, but I will not be running nowhere. I'm serious. But listen. Let me tell you what. I went to the first keto summit in Orlando. That was again in August. I'm pretty sure it was August. And I'd only been doing, been really doing it a couple months. And that's where I hurt my leg, my foot, because it was a lot of standing, a lot of walking. Where we were staying was a country mile from where the meetings and stuff were. And man, when I came out of there, I'm telling you, everything hurt but my face. I'm telling you, it's like everything was sore, man. I'm telling you, except for like just this area right here, I was good. Everything, everything else was a mess, man. So, and that's really where I just got little dinged up there. I never really recovered from it. It's kind of hard to recover from muscle aches and stuff when you're using them. But yeah, so. But anyway, so I feel good, feeling great. My foot and ankle seem to be much, much, much better. And still heart attack free, although I'm trying. I'm eating bacon and fatty meats and eggs every day. I'm doing everything I can to stroke out of here. But
absolutely. I'm guzzling the fat and the egg yolks, just guzzling it. There's still no heart problems.
Yes. I love it, man.
All right, we got a carb check.
Been great. Listen, I talked about that too. I got a weigh-in coming up next week. I have no earthly idea what it's going to be. I have no earthly idea. But I had I won't, the haters hate it when I talk about this stuff. So I'm going to hey, I don't want to listen. I don't want to flare up any hate attacks out there. Listen, heart attacks. Oh, what's going
Did
on
you
over
see
there?
that?
Yes, I do, man. What? Somebody call the Orkin Army.
Hang on a minute.
Hey, listen, man. I mean, I knew. Hey, look, I knew you had roaches. I didn't know you had big flying.
Holy crap!
Ladies and gentlemen, I apologize for the. I apologize for the.
I have no idea where it went, but my God, I hope it doesn't come back.
Hey, what are you out by a campfire, brother? What are you?
It's one of those stink bugs.
Oh my gosh, that is hilarious.
You know those things like never die for some reason.
I got a size 13 shoe that would say otherwise.
Right.
Yeah, brother. Call the Orkin Army.
Right.
Yes,
I do, Rick. I definitely need ducks.
But I forget what we were talking about now. I don't remember. You're
talking about carbs.
Yeah. I was saying that I don't need all the haters. I don't want to wake up the haters, although most of them are probably sleeping upside down in the cave somewhere this time of day. But I had a little rougher Christmas to New Year's than I thought I would. That the week, Thanksgiving to Christmas was actually great, and I was down some, but from Christmas to New Year's, how it goes in the past. Yeah, that's history. That's ancient history. So I don't know how bad, the scale. I don't know what, but I'm anticipating. I would be very, 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 very happy if I was like just still out of the 500-pound club. If I was still like 490, if I was like 499.86, I would be. I would count that as a victory. But if I am back in the 500-pound club, it will be a temporary. I won't have a full membership card. They're going to have to give me just like a temporary membership card because I will be exiting that club once and for all in 2024. There's no doubt about that. So, nice. But since the first of the year, clean. I mean, clean for me. 10 carbs a day, 12 maybe. It's a little bit of salsa. I had some ground beef tonight with a little bit of salsa in it. I didn't have any guacamole. I was out of guacamole, so which is good.
Keep talking, Russ. I see him. Hang on.
Oh Lord, here we go with the Wild Kingdom. Hey, so I can't believe this is hilarious. This is live entertainment. The first rule of live entertainment is keep the camera rolling. That's don't shut off the camera.
I got him.
Yeah. Sometimes you're the windshield, sometimes you're the bug.
Gone.
There you go. Well, shout out to everybody. But what about you? I know you're what did you have? What did you have? Did you have
Carb check for me is 0 yet again. So
good. That's good, man.
I'm trying to deal with that histamine issue thing again. So I've only ate ground beef and egg yolks, and that's it for the past week.
Yeah.
So seems to be helping. So
yeah, that's good. So just egg, I had ground beef and of course plenty of eggs, and I had some steaks. You guys know from a couple of weeks ago, whatever, I did the big steak. This big steak deal, they had the big thing on sale here. So I got, I don't know how many pounds, probably 20 or 30 pounds of steaks. So I had some steaks and some ground beef and just scrambled eggs. That's pretty much what I've been eating here lately.
You know what I forgot to do? Hang on, everybody.
Eat the bug?
No.
You gonna put the bug in the bug? Yeah, are you sure? I'm pretty sure it's just fat and protein.
I forgot to put the link in the description or in the
Oh,
comment.
yeah. Hey,
Yeah,
if you
there
want
we
to
go.
come on the show and hang out with us, pop in. We got the link in the chat.
Yep.
Hop in for a couple of minutes, talk to us, tell us what you got going on. If you got a channel to promote or just want to say hey or tell a joke, a bad joke, a good joke, whatever. And we have some folks in the chat. I'm sure there's some Wolverats in there. Yes,
Right.
I see John. Yes, shout out to yeah. Yes, hail to Michigan. Well, I say hail to Michigan too. I just spell it different. It's
Right.
there's no A, but there's
Right.
an E. There's an E and a couple of L's.
Right.
So, but
Yeah.
yes, thank you for the love. Thank you for the love, Jenny. I appreciate that. And if you were any other team except Notre Dame, who I have the equal hatred for, I would say congratulations. But I'm not saying congratulations because you are, in fact, one of the two teams that I despise.
Right.
So there you have it. But shout out to everybody. I see my man Rick in there. Quackity quack, brother. Bill's
Rick,
here.
I'm going to let that bug go after the live, Rick.
Yeah.
That stink bug has lived for months, just seemingly in the cold. So he'll be fine until after the live stream.
I got you. Well, I hear somebody coming up the drive. I think I heard somebody coming up the driveway there, Adam. Whoa.
Oh,
Look who it
it's
is.
Lori. How are you, Lori?
Lori is here.
I'm great. Thanks. Can you hear me okay?
Yes.
We hear you fine, sweetheart.
Oh, okay. I have,
yeah.
look what shirt I've got on.
Oh, awesome.
Look at that.
Yeah. Just came yesterday.
I love it.
Yeah. Oh, I love it too. It's real comfortable. It fits perfectly. Really good quality. So I'm really happy with it.
I love that. I love that. Well, it's good to see you. How are things going with those videos and those?
Well, I got 2 more up now. I did my one on emotional eating, and I also did one to celebrate World Carnivore Month. And I have another shirt that Dave Snyder from Carnivore Werewolf had designed. And so I posted a video with that shirt on. And I also was so incredibly honored to have an interview with Dr. Tony Hampton a couple of days ago. I was just thrilled to death. Yeah. So that's probably going to go live probably in the next 5 to 7 days.
Yeah, I was privileged enough to know that you were going to talk with him before you just let everybody else know. You let me know a couple of days ago that he was going to interview with you. So yeah, that's very cool. I can't wait to see that.
Oh yeah, it was just really such an honor to be able to chat with him. He's somebody I really admire so much.
Absolutely.
I know what everybody's thinking, and I'm not going to say it. So, I've been thinking, I'm thinking about retiring, just, squashing the beef with Dr. Hampton. I'm thinking about just letting all it go, dropping my lawsuit. And I'm pretty sure I'm thinking about doing that. I think we have to put that thing to rest in 2024. I'm tired of paying the lawyers. And he's never going to, change. So I think I may just let that stuff go. I'm gonna give him a call. I'm gonna maybe curse him out one more time.
And
then
just once
for the road. Yes, I'm gonna call him up and say, I'm gonna curse you. I'm gonna cuss you out here, Doc. And this is the last time I'm gonna do it. No more. After this,
right?
We're gonna be friends after this. Shout out to my man Doc Hampton. He's out there somewhere, probably watching the Real Housewives of Atlanta. It's his favorite show, that and Leave It to Beaver.
Boy, that's going way back. Boy, oh boy.
Well, that I can believe.
Yeah.
He's old, He's old.
Bill. Hey, Bill, how are you? How's it going?
Well, so you got an interview with Dr. Hampton coming up, and you were talking last time about your childhood things that you were going to be talking about. So, man, it sounds like your channel is coming right along, Lori.
Well, I'm finally, I think I'm getting more of a rhythm now because it seemed to take me forever to prepare something. And so I think I've got more of a rhythm now. And, I'm also finding that I find it very worthwhile to share some of these things, because I think that, they resonate with some people. And so I just feel that this is a really important part of my life right now. So I'm glad to do it. I was scared to death at first, but it's getting easier as time goes by.
Absolutely. Listen, if an utter and complete moron like me can do it, and a total and complete dummy like Adam can do it.
Oh man! Oh my goodness!
Hey, listen, I said it. I walked right into that one. He didn't even see it coming. Boy. He didn't even see it coming.
Oh man! Yeah. Well,
sneak attack. There was a sneak attack. But hey, listen. Just be yourself. There's nobody there but you and the camera. And the camera doesn't really talk back very much.
No, it doesn't. It just kind of sits there and just kind of waits for me to do something.
Yes, kind of like Adam. That's right. Got him twice. I got him twice.
Yeah.
All right, my friend. Well, listen, we appreciate you coming by each week saying hey to us. We love it when you come by.
Thank you so much. Okay. Well, thanks a lot for
channel. Keep working on that channel. We'll be watching. Everybody like and subscribe to Lori at Carnivore Cheers. She is an utter complete sweetheart and our friend.
Oh, thank you so much. Great to chat with both of you.
Thank you, Lori.
Thank you.
All right.
Okay.
We'll
Bye for now. Bye.
Bye for now.
All right. Our girl Lori there. Good to see her.
That was a nice surprise.
Yes, and I like it too because she gave me a shot to get 2 good shots in at you, right? Bang, bang, right?
You didn't pass that up at all, did you?
No. But, I got room now since me and Dr. Hampton are going to settle our lawsuit. I got room for another enemy. So,
All right. Well, that'll make for an interesting show.
Yeah, exactly.
Yep.
Well, all right. Well, let's see. Man, boy, this cookout is tripping. Let's see who it is.
Oh, it's Bob. How are you?
Hey, guys. How you doing tonight?
Fantastic.
My brother Bob. I think I might have made a mistake in. I think yes. If you're listening, Carnivore Mommy, I think I made a mistake there and bumped you out. I'm so sorry, sweetheart. The controls. I'm not very good with it. But anyway, so brother, always good to see you.
Oh yeah. Hey, I'm not wild about that team up north winning, but it was a win-win because either team means a championship for the Big Ten because Washington is joining the Big Ten next year. And one of the other things that I thought of about 10 minutes into that game, my first thought was, I wonder if all those teams out on the West Coast are having second thoughts about coming into the Big Ten because they could not handle that running game. And, if you look at it, there were only 2 teams that hung with Michigan all year. Alabama lost by just 1 score, and Ohio State lost by 1 score. Everybody else got destroyed by that team up north this year.
Well, those were the 2 best defenses they played all year. And Washington did handle the run pretty well in the second half. They tightened it up. In the first half, it was terrible. Second half, they definitely
they did okay, but you spot a team like Michigan 14 points and it's all over but the crying.
I agree.
So how are you guys doing today? I just had to jump in here and say hi because I am exhausted.
I know. I was going to say, man, I know you're running on fumes out there. You're up with the chickens. So yeah, I appreciate that. But we're doing good, man. How are you? Where are you at these days? And what's 2024 got in store for you?
Well, right now, if anybody hasn't been watching my channel, I'm in the midst of doing my No Excuses January walking challenge. I've been outside walking every day. The real challenges happen. I already actually have tomorrow's and Thursday's videos posted. The video you'll see tomorrow has me walking in a slush storm, and then it froze overnight. So the video for Thursday shows me snow blowing my driveway and then walking in about a little over ankle. It was about 6 inches deep of snow with my spikes on because we had slush the whole day before. There was half an inch of ice or so underneath the snow, so it was really slick out. I was very happy to have my spikes on. And then stay tuned because the real challenge happens this weekend, because the high temperature predicted for Saturday is -7 degrees.
Oh, wow.
And I'm still going to go out there and walk. This no excuses January challenge is either going to make me immortal or it's going to kill me.
Are you going to be grounding barefoot?
Not outside. I have a grounding mat here at my desk that I use because I am not going out barefoot in -degree temperatures.
Right. I don't blame
you. I'm getting tough. I'm getting tougher, but I ain't that tough, man.
I got you. Yeah, we want to keep y'all. We don't listen. You're semi-retired, Bob. You don't want to be called Nine-Toe Bob. So yeah.
No, I'm finding that I am much more adaptable to the changes in temperature. I noticed this summer when working out at the miniature golf course in 100-degree heat in a stone block building underneath a tin roof that I didn't really sweat to death. I didn't really notice that it was that hot out. And last winter in North Carolina, when it was, 35 to 40, I was freezing all winter. But this year, staying in Omaha, it was 20 degrees out there today. I went out and did the driveway and then went for about a mile-long walk. And I didn't really get cold. But, of course, I've got my cold weather gear here in Nebraska. I got a big, heavy, bright orange coat and flannel shirts and scarves and hats and gloves and all that kind of stuff that I didn't take with me to North Carolina last year because the previous year I was down there, it wasn't cold at all, ever. And last year it got cold enough I was wishing for my winter coat and stuff down there. But I didn't have any of that stuff with me. So how's life in the world of Adam today? Besides
fantastic, never better. It's going great. My histamine issue is starting to go away, at least for now, which is good. And I there's only one thing that's been vexing me lately, and it just happened in the last 5 minutes.
Yeah, pest control.
One behind you.
I thought you were going to say pest control.
Yellow square.
Yeah.
What is that yellow square behind you? Is that Area 51?
No, the yellow square behind me is the outline of where my land in Texas is.
Ah, okay, cool.
So those mountains you see off in the distance are the view I'm going to wake up to every morning once I get my house built down there.
Oh, nice. That's awesome.
I love that. Yeah, no, I'm excited for you about that there, Bob. And when is what's the projected time frame out there for those that don't know?
I'm going to work the miniature golf season here in Omaha this year. So sometime, depending on how the year goes, sometime between mid to late September to early October is when I'm going to load everything up and go down there. I mean, I did realize when I've been starting to work on my plans for an outdoor shower down there. I had originally, because the last couple of years, whenever I go camping and stuff, I got one of those sprayers that you put pesticides in for spraying the lawn. Mm-hmm. I just fill that up with water, pump it up, and spray myself down with that, and that's been fine. But because I did my driveway yesterday by hand, because it was just a 1/4 inch deep, and it was really wet, heavy slush, I cleared that off. And then after doing all the things that I did today, I realized that I'm going to be working a shovel a lot down in Texas to get things built. I'm going to want a hot shower. So
yeah, plus it'll be good for your OnlyFans page too, there, Bob.
Yeah. But that's so that's in addition. I hadn't planned on making, but I've seen some plans, and of course the primary thing is I'm going to have to take one of my IBC totes and get it about 8 feet up in the air so I have water pressure.
Yeah.
And then I can get a propane heater for a hot shower. And now I just have to design the basin because I don't want water left hanging around where I'm going to be standing, because water in the desert attracts snakes. And I don't want to share a shower with a rattlesnake. So I think I'm going to get some kind of just a basic shower pan and build some kind of an elevated shower, and then take the drain and run it out to wherever I put my gray water garden. Because when you use gray water in the desert, you let it drain into basically a big hole in the ground that you plant plants around, so that as you take a shower or let water out of your sink, it runs out there and waters your plants as well. It doesn't just go away into the sewer system.
Nice.
I love that. Man spent 10,000 years trying to get out of a cave, and my man Bob is headed back. I love it.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
You go get him, Buckeye. You know,
and by the time I get done building that shipping container home the way I want to build it, it's going to be a cave, because I'm not because it's in the desert, and I want to be able to heat it and cool it for very low amounts of money. It's going to be a cave. I'm going to have a single door on it, and that's the only inside outside access there's going to be. There's not going to be any windows in it. I'm going to put down the shipping container, put a roof over the top of it so that I can pile straw bales on top of it for insulation, and cover the outside of it with earth bags for insulation, leaving me the full 8-foot distance inside. Rather than, because most people, if you watch people building shipping container homes, they have all these systems for how to insulate it on the inside. But every little inch of insulation you put in takes inches off your living space inside. So I'm going to insulate it from the outside with earth bags and probably a vapor barrier and probably just some Owens Corning pink board too.
Right.
But, I love that, man. I love that. That'll give me a place to take my hostages too. I think that'll be
yeah.
I love it. I love what I'm hearing here, Bob.
Oh yeah.
Well, listen, brother. You know we love it when you come by. You're one of my favorite folks. You know that. You're my Buckeye brother, and you know we'll see how we hit them next season. And I certainly wish you all the best. And
quick note before I jump off of here and give you the show back. I don't know how much you pay attention or how much news you get down there, but you know, Ole Miss's running back, who was named first team SEC for the last 2 years, has transferred to Ohio State.
Oh, well, nice. Hey, listen, I love it, but that's the running back is the least of our concerns, and if you ask me on that team, and
we got the kid from Kansas State's coming in at quarterback.
Yeah. Listen, the quarterback and the line play. That's to me is our key.
Yeah,
there. And like I said,
we'll see what happens. But hey, thanks for having me on.
Oh, love it.
If you haven't been over to check out the Semi-Retired Bob channel, if nothing else, tune in on Thursday to watch me walk in the snow, because that was an adventure. I was planning on going farther, but realized that it's a lot tougher to walk distance in ankle-deep snow with ice underneath of it than it is to just walk down the sidewalk talking to myself.
Get a snowmobile. That works the best. So, but
ain't no exercise in driving a snowmobile, man.
I know it was a joke. Get a bad one. A bad joke. First bad joke.
Have a great evening, guys, because I know you got some more people sitting out there in the waiting room. So I'll get out of here and let you get them in here.
Thanks for stopping out, Bob.
Man. Appreciate you.
Thanks, guys. Have a great day.
Yep. That's our man, Bob. We love Bob.
Semi-retired Bob.
Yes, my
caveman.
Semi-caveman Bob. Yeah, Bob is going backwards, man. I love it. Oh, we got more. Trevor got the Keto Cookout. Look who it is. It is Carnivore Mommy. Sherry.
Can you guys hear me?
Hey, we can hear you, Sherry. How are you?
Clear,
but I got new earbuds, so I wanted to make sure. I didn't know if they were going to work or not.
Yes, that is awesome. I love it. Well, we appreciate you coming by to the cookout.
I'm so excited. I actually made it.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
There you go. So what are you, like on house arrest or something? You can't get out? Work release or something? It's tough for you to get here?
It is. 8 chickens. 5 kids still at home.
Oh.
And now we have a 6-week-old puppy.
Oh.
Oh, wow.
And it's my birthday.
Oh. Happy birthday. Well, I've been known to sing happy birthday, but happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Sherry. Happy birthday to you.
Aw, thanks.
You're welcome. So tell everybody where you live with those 8 chickens.
So I live in a very small town. It's actually a small city, I guess, not a town, but near Lake Michigan in Wisconsin called Algoma. And we are actually the only international shipping port not shipping port, cruise lines. So we've got like this cruise line that comes and stops every couple weeks. It's really weird, but yeah, we have a little city of 3,000 people.
Awesome.
And 8 chickens. Now, what these chickens? I'm sure they lay eggs. Do you eat them too, or you just have
Just the eggs? Yes, just the eggs. And currently, a few of them are on break because it's winter and they're molting, so they're kind of freeloading. So I'm still having to buy eggs from the store.
Right. For now.
There's one thing I hate. It's a freeloading chicken.
But they're so sweet, you know. My chickens are very.
They're not laying eggs. They ain't sweet at all. And that is great. So tell us about your carnivore story for the folks that don't know you.
Yeah. So in 2018, I started down the low carb path after having been extremely anti-keto, like to the max, and just realized, you know, needed a change, and actually got hooked up with Dr. Fung and started fasting and low carb, and then ended up becoming keto and becoming a certified keto coach. And then still was having some issues that weren't fully resolving. So October of 2022, we went full carnivore-ish, kind of between ketovore and carnivore, and haven't looked back since. Started a YouTube channel, create recipes, and, you know, just kind of spread the word. Most of my kids eat this way because they feel better and they can really tell when they stray. And so, yeah, I just work to really try and help others have terrific, you know, health. I had anxiety that like I had dealt with, and PTSD that I had dealt with for years is virtually gone. So that like knot in my stomach all the time and worrying. I used to like legit, if someone didn't call me when they got to where they were, I thought they were dead. Like I just knew they hit a deer and they were dead. It was awful.
Wow.
And so that's, you know, that's all gone now. It's fine. You know, it's good. And yeah, I love this. I love learning. I love helping others. I just feel alive.
Oh, I love that. I love that. You said we. Tell everybody who we is.
So like when I say we, I guess it's the royal we. It's me and my husband, and we have 8 children, but only 6 eat this way. So
gotcha.
My older boys that are gone, you know, they kind of, well, and you know, because when they were younger, I didn't know, I'm like shove vegetables down their throat, and they hated vegetables, and so now they don't have a good especially my 21-year-old doesn't have a good relationship with good food. He loves meat, but he's a complete carb addict. So, you know, it's like, well, hopefully one day him and his wife will come around. But
now, did any of your kids or anything have any health problems, or they just did it because mom was doing it? Did your husband have any problems, or he just did it because mom was doing it?
So my husband is actually a type 1 diabetic. And yeah, so he is just doing so good, you know, eating this way, and he's primarily meat now. I send him with prepackaged bacon and pepperoni and stuff to work because I say it keeps his face out of the vending machines and the gas stations because he's got a really stressful job, so he's got to be able to eat something on the run, and he needs that fat. But we're working on getting him a normal A1C, and he actually did a video with me on my channel because just to get the awareness out, because he wishes he would have known about Dr. Bernstein when he got diagnosed at 13 and known about eating low carb, because now we're fighting like a constant battle because he's got insulin resistance. type 1 diabetes. So, and then parts 3 to 4 of my kids are Asperger's. 1 is diagnosed. The other 3 are, you can just tell, and I'm likely an Aspie too. And like my oldest daughter has severe anxiety, and it was a struggle through college for her. And she just kind of started eating this way and noticed that her anxiety got like way better. Then she went back to school and got back on, their eating plan, and like her anxiety just like went up again. So we actually fought the school to get her off the eating plan. And so most of my kids, my older ones, are the ones that have kind of the anxiety or the Asperger's type. My younger kids, they just deal with gut issues, and I think that's from grains for like so long. Because like my youngest is gluten intolerant. She's not celiac, but she cannot have gluten, or she just gets horrible stomach aches. And if she has too much fruit, she'll get horrible stomach aches from the fructose. So yes, I mean, they know, and now they just know to kind of listen to their body. And it doesn't mean that they're perfect and that they don't go off when they go on vacation or something like that, but they know, and then they get right to it because they want to feel good,
Yeah. No, I love that. So tell everybody about your channel and what they can kind of expect to see when they come and check you out over there.
Yeah, so my channel is not as active as I would like it to be because, life. I have a almost full-time job working for a publishing company, and then during tax season, I do taxes for H&R Block, and then I homeschool the rest of my kids that are still at home. But I primarily like try to do cooking videos, focus really on like family-friendly meals, then try to show people that this can be budget friendly. Because one of the biggest pushbacks I get is, oh, I can't afford your way of eating.
Yeah.
And so if I can show people how to do things with like ground beef and say, make a carnivore lasagna, so you've got like a crowd pleaser. So I do a lot of recipes. I try to do just kind of encouraging things. And then I also, because I'm a certified nutrition consultant, I go through a lot of training courses, the CE type training courses. And I do a lot of reading. So then I'll do like book reviews and stuff so that people can, this is a good book. Like I've got 3 that I need to do now, 2 on iodine and 1 on salt. Just to help people kind of educate them how to work with their doctor, especially if the doctor is not very friendly to this way of eating. So how to talk to them without getting bashed over the head and being told they're going to kill themselves.
Right.
So I kind of just try to make it a rounded, fun channel. Sometimes I got my chickens in the videos, so sometimes my kids are in the kitchen cooking with me. And so that's just what I, just budget friendly, family type videos so that people can see, it doesn't, I want to teach prevention, not just you're already sick, so let's heal you, because we got to start teaching the kids so that we don't have this perpetual cycle. And I see so many people are just like, well, I'm sick, so I just need to fix myself. But then they don't teach their kids. And so then their kids are going to follow in that same pattern. And so I really just have that passion to get the prevention angle, and just teaching our youngsters, like my daughter runs cross country and track. And so she's been able to talk to her coach about, no, I'm not going to carb load. That's not good for me. This is what I'm going to do. And, be able to explain and articulate to him. And so I don't know. I just am a firm believer in that sort of education, and just being able to teach people, and especially diabetes, because there's so many type 1 diabetics, especially, that are they're just getting, they're getting the shaft, and they're told, this is it. This is what you have to live with. And it's so wrong, and it doesn't have to be that way.
I totally agree with you. You said it very, very, very well. I think that's the perfect word in it. It doesn't have to be that way. I love that. I love that. Well, Sherry, I want to thank you for coming by, and your channel it's
so it's at Neolife Keto Sherry.
Neolife Keto Sherry.
Yes.
Gotcha.
So, yep.
And we'll try to put that in the show notes. Well, Sherry, we appreciate you so much coming by, saying, hey.
Thank you for having me.
Supporting us. Keep on keeping on. I think that's awesome. Keto on a budget is important. Keto for the kids is important. So you keep spreading the message, spreading the word. I love that. I love that. And come back anytime.
All right. Sounds good. Thanks, guys.
Thanks for stopping by, Sherry.
Thanks. See you later.
Appreciate you.
Yeah, keto doesn't, it doesn't have to be super expensive. And I think people don't realize how much they're not spending. They look at, the price of this, the price of that, but you're not drinking all the sugary drinks, and you're not getting all the cereals and all the fruit and all the vegetables and all the, and if you're off medications and things like that, it can definitely be more cost effective than you realize. And hey, listen, I ain't above a hot dog. I eat a hot dog and hamburger all the time. I don't sausages. I find stuff on sale. Listen. Everything tastes better when it's on sale. I can tell you that.
Sure. Absolutely.
All right. I see another car pulling in the driveway there, and somebody's at the Keto Cookout.
It's Lynn.
Hey, it's Lynn.
How you doing, Lynn?
Hey, how are you gentlemen doing?
Awesome.
Good. I was just watching you the other day on, I think it was Sunday.
Yeah, I saw you there, and I haven't officially had a chance to meet you, so I thought I'd jump in and say hi. And
you don't want to listen. You ain't missing nothing.
You don't want to meet him.
Yeah.
I'm really tempted to say it's my birthday, so you'll sing to me.
That
would be a lie.
Well, I listen. I might sing to you anyway. Well, give me I'm in a singing mood. Give me a song.
Oh,
I know it, I'll sing it.
Sing me some Elvis.
I guess 1 for the money, 2 for the show, 2 getting ready and go, man, go there. Don't you step on my blue suede shoes. That's all the Elvis I got. Love me tender, love me sweet.
Nice.
Never let me go. Thank you very much.
Perfect.
There you go.
Awesome.
I'm a man of the people. I'm a man of the people, Lynn.
I can see that.
You ask, you may receive if I'm in a good mood.
Awesome. Love it. So I know I've been I haven't really, got a chance to talk to you, and I know Adam and I have talked, and I was
sorry to hear that. Sorry to hear you much rather so hey, he can't do Elvis. I can tell you that.
I don't know, Adam. It sounds like a challenge to me.
I'm going to do an AI generated Elvis right now.
Yeah.
I can do Elvis.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah. Thank God for Chat GPT. That's
right.
Yeah. But Adam's been keeping me posted on his histamine issues, and glad to hear that things are improving.
Yeah. I definitely appreciate the help that you've given me so far. And man, it was literally every other day I was getting an upset stomach, nausea from something, and I couldn't figure out what was going on. And thank the good Lord above that you put together that video.
Yeah, well, you're welcome.
Histamines. Oh man, if anybody's having any kind of issues like that whatsoever, and you might suspect that you have a histamine intolerance, go check out Lynn's video on that for sure.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of one of the things that I'm raising awareness about. And it's been really cool because, a lot of people have found me because of the interview I did with Carrie on Saturday. And I've had a lot of people comment that they really resonate with a lot of the symptoms that I've had. And I've had some people that say that I have mast cell activation syndrome, and here are all my symptoms. And so it's just really cool to be able to connect and, kind of raise awareness that histamine is not just mast cell disease, but it's just histamine intolerance is a real thing. And even as a carnivore, there's a lot of high histamine carnivore foods. So you can still be having symptoms when you're doing carnivore, and it can be really frustrating because you're trying to improve your health. And, we hear, oh, the carnivore diet is going to solve it all. But for some of us, we have to get stricter because of the histamine. So,
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So why don't you tell folks who don't know you and who don't watch you on Sundays a little bit about yourself and kind of your story and your channel and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, sure. So I actually live in Washington State and been here for 10 years. I grew up in California.
Are you a Husky?
Not technically, but don't tell anybody else in my state that. I know we got beat recently.
I was rooting for you. But anyway, I didn't mean to interrupt you.
Yeah, I'm kind of a closet Patriots fan, although I haven't followed them for a while. I was more so when my son was living at home and he was just like crazy diehard Patriots fan. Yeah, so I grew up in a football family and it kind of got like so overwhelmed with everybody being so about football that once I married my Canadian husband who was into hockey, I got a little bit of a break. Yeah. But yeah, so I spent most of my life in California, but my thing is that I've had just weird symptoms my whole life. And just I can't say last year anymore, 2022, finally got diagnosed with mast cell activation syndrome, which is, National Institutes of Health says it's rare, but it really isn't as rare as they think it is. And that's the way it happens with all these new diseases that they learn about. Initially, they think they're rare, and sometimes they really are. But this one, it turns out that it's not nearly as rare. And I was shocked to find out that up to 1 in 6 people actually have it. And so, but morbid obesity was part of, my life it was weird because like I didn't really feel like I was that person who gorges food, but it was just incredibly low energy from the illness I had, and always looking for a food source, a source of energy with food, and eating anything that would make me feel that little burst of energy. But it ended up resulting in a tremendous amount of weight gain. And I think my highest was pushing 350. And I know there's people that are a lot heavier than that, so I don't discount that, but
I was 350 when I was born. Yeah, I know what you mean.
Whatever, Russ.
349 pounds, 7 ounces. Boy, it was quite an affair.
Your mother.
I'm sorry. I'm interrupting you. Go ahead.
No, that's okay. But I didn't start gaining weight until I was in my 20s, and so the weight was, what for me was kind of a symptom of another underlying issue. So, but I had to retire from nursing. So I am now officially a retired nurse, and my latest specialty was in gastroenterology and hepatology. And so my left brain always still likes to study and dig. And so of course, when I got diagnosed, I dug in and learned as much as I could about it. And histamine is a huge part of, helping to relieve symptoms, is avoiding the higher histamine foods. So, I decided I got to the point after being on medical leave for almost a year where I was becoming a cripple, literally becoming a cripple, and because of just the sedentariness of my disease. And I decided to go on a carnivore diet. I'd been on it before for a while and it worked. And my husband said, why don't you do it again? So I did. And I decided this time I was going to start a YouTube channel to hold myself accountable. So that's how it all came about. And had amazing results. And it's been very, very life-changing. And I'm starting to, it took about maybe 5 months before I started to feel like I was getting decent energy, and starting to actually have the sense that I can get out there and start doing some things and start to exercise. And so it's something you got to be patient with when you have a long-term chronic illness, but it's important to hang in there and do it, and troubleshoot, stay connected with the community,
Yeah,
right, for sure.
Because you may not know all the answers, but somebody else out there does. And so I've been interviewing people on my channel, and working with Adam on the documentary that Carrie's producing, finding all these great carnivores out there. And every Sunday I'm part of a low carb book club, and we broadcast that live, and we're just finishing up the Obesity Code by Dr. Jason Fung, and we're going to be getting started on the Dr. Barry's book, Lies My Doctor Told Me. And I'm doing a plank challenge this for January, and posting most days, finding out I can actually do planks now, which I couldn't do before. They are hard.
I heard Russ was going to join in on that.
Pardon me?
I heard Russ was going to join in on that with you guys.
He doesn't look like he's.
I already have a challenge that I'm a part of. It's called Everyday Life.
There you go. Just make it through the next day.
Yeah, when I get finished with that challenge, then I'll start working on some other challenges.
Yeah. Well, I got to build up my core strength. My core strength is terrible, but one of my next big events is my daughter's wedding. That my youngest is getting married in May, and I want to be able to dance at her wedding, and I need to be able to have stamina. I need to have balance, which is horrible. And,
what were you dancing on a table or something there, Lynn? I mean,
you know what?
Balance?
I can be on flat ground without.
You try to have a routine on a balance beam?
I run into walls, and I can just seriously, my balance is horrible.
Well, then you don't need to be dancing. You need to be drug tested.
My kids tell me that I would fail a sobriety test without a single sip of alcohol.
Yeah. That's I don't know how to feel about that. I'm worried for you now, Lynn.
I have a reason though. I have a vestibular conduction disorder on my left side.
Is that what they call being drunk nowadays?
Yeah, that's what it is, right? Yeah, but the sensory inputs from my left eye, and my left eye and ear, they meet in my brain differently because the left side doesn't conduct the inputs the same. And so imagine your senses, everything meets and it throws your equilibrium off.
Yeah, well, you may have to just do a little bit of chair dancing. You may just have to hit him with the, when the meeting comes on, hit him with one of those. I mean, you have to just do that. You won't fall down doing that.
So the goal is to get through her wedding without injury.
Yeah. I love that.
Yeah, I've given up. I'm not even going to try to have rhythm.
Yeah.
Just no injury. And stamina is good. I'd like to have some stamina.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I'm with you on that. Well,
yeah.
Well, that sounds great. Well, yes, I do watch it. I do catch you guys on Sunday. And, Kim, I think Kim is, Kim wasn't on last week, I don't think.
Yeah, she was with us.
Oh,
we had Kim, and we had Carrie from My Metamorphosis, and we have Mia Baker.
Yeah, I smoked the good weed the first of the month, so I'm all messed up. But I love Kim. That's my girl. Love Kim. Love Carrie. But I was listening to some of the stuff, and I don't know. I'm a big Ben Bickman fan. I don't know. Maybe I did not read the book. I listened to it on Audible. Why We Get Sick by Dr. Benjamin Bickman.
I haven't read that.
Yeah, and I don't want to get too deep in it because that's not the kind of show. This is way too, intelligent for our show. Our folks are, they're not very smart and they have very short attention spans.
I know you need to get some protesters here in live stream comments.
Listen, how smart can you be if you come on here and listen to me and Adam?
Right.
But it seemed like a lot of the things that Dr. Fung was saying were kind of contradictory to some of the things that Dr. Bickman has discovered in terms of, the metabolic health and stuff like that. So, there were just some things I thought were interesting, but definitely don't seem to jive with some of the stuff Dr. Bickman says about insulin and about the way we absorb insulin and things like that. So, yeah.
Hey, you know what? I'm pretty sure she subscribes to my channel. My viewers are smart.
Yeah. Well, thank God we have some of those here because my subscribers are not.
Nutrition science is really hard to do.
Yeah.
Because how do you have a real placebo-controlled, randomized, placebo-controlled trial when it comes to nutrition?
Yeah.
On people. So it's really hard to do, and it's so easy to tweak the study to kind of say one thing versus the other, or miss variables, or not factor in things. There's so much. It's just complicated. So I'm honestly not surprised that there's, even within kind of the same general group of people, that there's conflicting conclusions that they come to.
Yeah, I didn't know. I didn't know we'd be talking about this tonight. I never know what we're going to be talking about on the show, or I would have tried to mention something specific. But there's a lot of commonality there, and a lot of commonality, a lot of similar. I'd say they're 80% simpatico.
Yeah.
But I can't remember exactly the couple of things that you guys were reading. I'm like, that's not what Dr. Bickman says.
You should have joined in and got into the chat and brought it up, because oh, did you? Where was I?
I don't know. You were talking and stuff, and sometimes you guys kind of roll and don't read the like.
We need a chat moderator. We really need a chat moderator.
No, Lynn. No, Russ just needs a super chat, is what it is.
I don't know if they would have read those either. I mean, they
go in on my channel, and you can do a super chat.
Yeah, there
you go.
There you go. Yeah,
definitely getting read.
Kim would hunt me down and kill me if I had super chat. She lives closer to me. She's in Kentucky, so I have more to fear.
Oh, that's funny. But we do need a moderator, because we get going, and and I'm not the host, and so I can't pull people in. You got to have somebody that's able to actually look at the chat, because I think that's one of the things I want to do, like suggest as we go along with this book club, because we just kind of started. This is our first book, and I love all the interaction that we get, and I see everybody in the chat, and I'd love to pull in people a lot more, because we want to encourage people to read the book too, along with it.
I ain't doing that. I'm illiterate.
Or listen to it.
I would join the book club if it wasn't reading.
Russ, but even though you're illiterate, you can still super chat.
We could sing you the book.
Yeah,
there you go.
I appreciate you making accommodations for me.
Hey, you know what? Years ago, I taught high school, so I know everyone learns in different ways.
Yes. That is true.
Yeah.
Well, listen, Lynn, it was a pleasure talking with you, chatting with you again. Your channel is Midlife Carnivore. You guys can please subscribe, go to her channel. She's a good friend of the show, good friend of Adam and Carrie. Great for the space. I love what you guys are doing over there. Plus, if you rock with Kim, you're rocking with me. So,
absolutely.
So that is my girl.
And Kim owns the interview. She had to reschedule our interview. So Kim, if you're watching this, don't forget to reschedule.
Yeah, Carrie too. Love Carrie. Carrie was one of the first guests on the Keto Cookout.
Oh, hi, Ellie.
Many moons ago. Hey, what's going on, Elle? I was just watching Ellie with Christy and another lady that I don't know, and they had Ketogenic Woman on their channel. Who is she owes me. I love her. I love Anita from Ketogenic Woman so much. She owes me $200, but I just love her to death. And I wrote a song. I have 2 song parodies that I wrote about her. And one of these days, maybe she'll come on the Keto Cookout and I'll sing them to her. But to make a long story short, I was watching one of her cooking videos at 2:00 in the morning, and I ordered a stand mixer, which sat in a box for 4 months until I gave it away to my niece. So there you have it. So I figure she owes me $200.
There's the $200. Well, that's dedication for watching at 2 a.m.
Or that's right.
Of the two.
Yeah, but that's how good that food was. It made me order a stand mixer from Amazon at 2:00 in the morning. So shout out to Ketogenic Woman. If she's out there, I'm a huge fan. And, like I said, one day we'll get her on here and I may record it and send it to her. I don't know.
You should.
But she's great. Love her. Her and Maria Emmerich. Got to give Maria some love. Maria will kick me next time she sees me if I don't give her some love too.
Hey, Lynn, before you go, I seen Ellie's post on Instagram about her rosacea. Didn't you say that you have had rosacea?
Oh, horrible rosacea.
Okay, so what does that have any connection with histamine or?
Yes. Yeah,
Okay.
and I really believe it has to do with your gut. And I think the problem with the histamine and the mast cell activation syndrome is that there's so, most people don't know there's so many histamine receptors in their gut. And so if you have histamine issues, then the rosacea, it can flare up a rosacea issue. So if you want, I can show you a picture of my
Sure.
for my rosacea. You're going to have to like present it. I think
Absolutely.
it's maybe the last slide of this one I just attached.
And Ellie, if you're watching still and you have any questions, hit
Slide
Lynn up with a
3.
question.
Russ may need to pull it in. Oops, did I send you the wrong thing?
Was that it?
No, it's the next one. Sorry, it's the next
This one?
one.
Ah, okay.
Yeah. So that was my rosacea. Kind of early on, I was actually on the carnivore diet for just a little while when I took this picture, and actually I screenshotted it from a short that I did, and I found that I had to go on the lion diet. I was seeing some progress just with carnivore, but I really didn't see the most progress until I went on the lion diet, and I did the lion diet for 6 weeks.
Okay.
And you can see my skin now.
Yeah,
And
it looks
yeah,
great.
You said you were keto before?
I had been keto for a couple of years, but it was long before I was on the carnivore diet. I did okay on keto for about I lost maybe 50 pounds, but I really struggled with still craving. And I found that I really just can't moderate myself, and I just can't do carbs. And I didn't know back when I was on keto that I had this immune system disease. And so I didn't realize that I had to become more restrictive with my diet. And yeah, so even the first time I was on carnivore, it was before I was diagnosed, and I didn't realize that then either. So now, I know. So I had learned about the lion diet and, from Michaela Peterson and how she needed to be very restrictive for her autoimmune disease. So I thought, well, maybe the same applies to immune system diseases like I have. And so I decided to try it. And boy, that made a huge, huge difference.
Yeah, that's
Were
awesome.
you whole food keto or junk food keto?
I was a little bit of both, but the more I went along, the more I got into, I guess you can call it junk food, because I was making those fat bombs and those like microwave cake thingies that have all those really bad ingredients. And it was before you could buy stuff in the stores. It was before you found keto products on the stores. So I was making all that stuff, and all it did was continue my cravings.
Yeah. That's why I ask people that, because I hear a lot of people say, "Oh, I was keto for a while and I had problems." And I'm like, "What kind of keto were you doing?"
Oh yeah, I was vegetarian for a while with potato chips and rolls, pasta.
Yeah, Krispy Kreme's vegetarian. That's exactly.
Oh yeah, I was a vegetarian.
Listen, I used to live with a vegetarian for 6 years and ate no vegetables.
That was me. I rarely ate a vegetable.
Her diet consisted of ranch dressing, potatoes, rice, pasta, and every product that Morningstar made, every fake steak and phony bologna that you could get. And that was her diet. And then her idea of a salad was lettuce, tomato, croutons, cheese, and a 55-gallon drum of ranch dressing.
Oh yeah. Well, and sherbet has no dairy in it, and
right.
Cubs, So yeah, I was a really good vegetarian. I did have tofu in my fridge, and I had seitan in my fridge, and so I did all that stuff. But yeah, I also ate a lot of garbage.
Yeah, I know what you mean, and I get it. Fortunately, I'm not, cursed with that. If I want a pizza, I don't want a keto pizza. I don't want to substitute, all the things I used to eat with some ketogenic version of it.
Right.
I don't want to do that. I don't want cauliflower potatoes. I want to just eat meat and
eat the real thing.
Yeah, have a look. And if I really want a cookie, I eat a cookie. I
Yeah, and
don't,
that
you
was my
know,
downfall with keto. It's like the
yeah,
substitutes just made me want the
yeah,
real thing even more.
yeah.
Yep.
And I don't want to eat that way anymore. I don't want to, you know, like I said, my old life, my old way, I don't want that life anymore. I'm on to something new and different. You know, I dibble and dabble here and there, but you know, that's just not the life I want. And so yeah, I never done a junk, you know, I've never was a junk food keto. When I
Yeah,
was doing keto, it was whole food keto, and
that's good.
now that I'm, you know, I consider myself carnivore, although, you know, people send me nasty messages when they find out I had some guacamole or something. But but I'm 90%, you know, I don't eat vegetables and fruits really. I season with some, but I don't really eat them.
Yeah.
But I just like eating that way.
Yeah, and
Simpler.
not all of
Mhm.
us are all of it are like Adam and
Yeah,
myself with histamine issues.
yeah,
You know,
yeah,
if you don't have issues with certain carnivore foods, then eat them,
yeah.
you know.
There's very little difference between my plate and the carnivore plate. Like I said, I have a little salsa in my ground beef. You know, you have salt and pepper, whatever. That's, you know, it's really barely worth talking about. But I get it, and I think that's great that you guys have found solutions to your problems, because I
Yeah.
can only imagine what it's like to go through life with the problems and just not being able to find help.
Hmm.
Feeling
That's
horrible every day is,
yeah,
yeah, it's no fun. And
Absolutely.
you can't check out of life, so you have to just go about your
yeah,
day feeling horrible. And
yeah,
there's
yeah,
nothing left to give after work. There's nothing left to give to
yeah,
your family and to yourself.
yeah.
Yep. For
Yeah.
sure. I
Well,
put the link to Lynn's histamine video in the comments, and I'll make sure that I put that in the description of this video too,
Oh, yeah.
so people that are
Appreciate that.
watching later, they can find that. Definitely, I think that way more people have an issue with that than what they realize.
I think so too. And I think that there's so many people who have learned to live with their symptoms.
Mhm.
And because honestly, when especially like with GI symptoms, if you're not doing the gross stuff, the vomiting, the diarrhea, and all of that, you know, you can kind of just push through, right?
Mhm.
And
yeah,
yeah, and so I think a lot of people don't realize that they don't have to feel that way. And you can feel your gut can feel healthy. And
yeah,
yeah, I never realized how bloated I was and how
yeah,
much gut pain I had in different areas of my gut until I stopped eating the high histamine foods. And I was like, oh wow, this is what my gut's supposed to feel like.
yeah.
Right.
It's funny. I think Adam and I were talking about that one time. I can't remember. I think it was Adam I was talking to about it. You know, when I look back, you know, I was very fortunate. I didn't have a lot of health problems that I knew of other than being heavy. But you know, I don't have gas anymore. I don't have indigestion. I mean, I never had any serious indigestion. I mean, I never had acid reflux or took anything, but everybody's got Pepto Bismol in their cabinet. You know, I mean, it's just
Right.
And
pretty much a
Tums
normal
and
thing.
Rolaids and
Yeah, yeah,
Imodium and all that stuff.
yeah.
Yeah.
So
Fiber
occasionally, you
supplements.
know, yeah. So occasionally, you know, you'd eat something and you know, oh man, I'm gonna, you know, have a big burping or whatever. But I didn't think of it as a problem because everybody was doing it. My whole house we farted as a family. You know, like, you know, we were a farting family, man. It's like, you know, everybody farted. The dog, everybody.
Yeah.
You know, so you don't think of it as a problem, like, oh, this is not supposed to, but I don't fart anymore. You know, it's like it's crazy. It's like I haven't farted in, you know, in weeks. So it's like I guess I had a problem I didn't even know was a problem.
Right, because we just live with it, and if it's
Yeah.
not excruciatingly painful, you know, maybe it's just a
Yeah.
little uncomfortable, you just kind of
Farting,
ignore it.
listen, farting is hilarious. I mean, it's
Oh,
you know,
it can be really funny,
yes.
definitely.
I
I mean,
mean,
we all turn
little
into
kids,
junior hires when people are farting around us.
absolutely. You little kids, they can be 2 years old. Somebody fart, they all just bust out laughing. It cracks
Oh,
me
yeah.
up like, even a little bit. I'm sure in nursing homes all across America, there's somebody farting, and everybody just busts out laughing in the
Oh
nursing
yeah.
home. You know, farting, it's always funny. I don't
It's
know what that's
hilarious.
about. Yeah, yeah, that's funny. But it's no
Yeah,
longer part of my life, unless I
my voice thing fighting is this.
yes.
Yeah,
And
my dog
I didn't realize it until, like I said, you know, the week between Christmas and New Year's was a little, you know, a little outside of my normal. And yeah, it was like for old time's sake, man. I was gassed up. I had to laugh about it a little bit because it had been so long since I'd had gas, really any meaningful, that I just had to laugh about it. I'm like, man, I'm so far off the rails.
Some of the food you ate?
The what?
Was it some of the food you ate?
Yes. I was just, but I was saying earlier in the show, like between Thanksgiving and Christmas, I was really pretty good. But between Christmas and New Year's, I just, I was outside of my normal routine more than I anticipated. So
hi, Graham. I know Graham said hi.
Yeah, yes. So
Hey,
shout out to Graham. That's our guy. So yeah, I know what you mean, and I know what you mean about having symptoms and having problems and just living with them, or not even knowing really that it is a problem.
Well, and if you eat a certain diet your whole life,
yeah,
and you've never eaten any other way, you just think it's normal to feel the way you feel.
Yep.
Sure. You can talk about it. Oh, I'm gonna have some gas later if I eat this. I mean, it's coming.
Right. So people don't know what it feels like to feel good.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. No, I know what you mean.
Yeah.
I love it. Well, listen, I want to thank you so much for coming by. I do like to watch you, and it was good to meet you officially.
Yes, very nice to meet you too.
And chat with you. And you're welcome anytime. And folks, you need to go check her out on Sundays with the Sunday Book Club, with her and Nurse Kim and Carrie from My Metamorphosis. And there's one other person.
And Bubba Baker.
Yes, Bubba Baker. That's right. How can I forget my blues man there?
That's right. And I do my Monday. I do my weigh-in. A weekly weigh-in video on Mondays, and then I'm doing other stuff throughout the week and live stream. So.
I love that. Well, check her out, like, subscribe, all that stuff, and of course, Lynn, you can come back anytime, and we appreciate you.
Awesome.
Thanks for stopping by, Lynn.
Thanks, guys.
Appreciate you.
All right, bye.
We'll
Bye.
see you.
That was awesome.
Yeah. I'm glad she came by. Like I said, I've seen her around in different streams and stuff. She's always got a lot of information. She's really the opposite of me. When you come into my site, you get no information. You just
That's
get.
why I like her, I think.
Yes. If you want to learn something, go check her out. If you don't want to learn anything at all, come to my channel. That's
Hey, Christy, how you doing?
Shout out to Christy. Yes, that is my guy. Listen, hey,
You're a little late, Christy. Here's what you missed.
All right. Listen, hey, I love Christy. That is my girl, and she's gonna hook me up with a ketogenic woman.
Right.
I got a song for her. I got 2 songs actually. And yes, and I'm excited about that. I'm excited for her. Her channel is great too. You can check out my girl Christy at Meeting Wellness.
Absolutely. For sure.
So in any event, well, folks, another one in the books.
Absolutely.
Another great
Thanks
show.
everybody for stopping out and hanging out with us at the cookout and spending time with us and putting up with Russ and putting up with me.
Oh, thank you, man.
And,
you guys
enjoying our guests.
Angels from heaven. Well, we will be back next week with another episode of the Keto Cookout. Until then, we grilling, baby.
We grilling, baby.